And we're live on the internet again.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Hello.
relentless.
It is week after week. Well, I say week after week. We have had a couple of weeks off.
Yeah, we didn't do anything last week.
No. But that's because the week before was so amazing.
So
Correct.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I know you're all probably depressed that we weren't on last week, so this one's gonna be a banger.
Yes, it is.
That's knocking it out of the park.
Certified banger.
Certified banger.
Yeah.
Don't forget to. I always forget to mention that people should get involved in the chat, because we can see the chat and the comments on Facebook and YouTube in here. So tell us what you're drinking, where you're watching from. Probably any questions as well for any of us, any guests or anything as well. Nick, what have you been up to since we did that really fun show the other week?
It was a very fun show, wasn't it? Very surreal also, like all being in the same room, albeit meters apart. It was so much fun that I couldn't do anything for the next couple of days. I was so about it. So yeah, I didn't really do much. More of the same, really. Back at work, obviously. More house stuff. More floors. If I don't see another floor ever again, I'll be quite happy. But I'd have to close my eyes because I'd probably just...
Yeah, that's kind of impossible. There's a lot of floors around the world.
Yeah, there's one here. There's one
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it, really. More of the same, much like everyone, I imagine.
Yeah, true. Let's have some more floor chat. What have you been doing to floors?
Yeah, as part of our regular segment now.
Floor watch.
Lots of sanding, many layers of varnish, and then fucked it up by getting dust all over it. Had to clean it and varnish it again, and then put some clear top layers on it to protect it a bit better. And that's it. Yeah, so there you go. Really cool stuff.
Brilliant.
That sounds great. Man. Andy, what have you been up to?
Since our epic show the other week, well, I got the gig like blues afterwards, which was kind of like weird because we obviously didn't play, but I felt like I played a gig. It was a bit weird, really. So I got that kind of like come down, I suppose, after the fact. But yeah, I don't know. What have I been doing? Let me think. Me and Laura went and bought some soil and repotted our houseplants. So yeah, because they've all outgrown. I say they're ones Laura brought with her, and she's tastefully getting me into houseplants. So we've got like 13, I think now. All with names, obviously, and we talk to them regularly, and say nice things to them and things like that. So it's good energy, good energy around. So we did that. Then, you guys already know about this, but I cut my hair, and I thought, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to like shave it short, because I can't be bothered to wait until whenever the hairdressers are going to be open because my hair looks anyway. So I thought I'd just do a 3 all over. Halfway through the haircut, I realised I forgot to put a number 3 clipper. So I've done a 0, as you can see. So I am officially an egg with ears, as I've been dubbed. But yeah, I'm getting used to it. The first day or two, I kept seeing myself in the mirror and went, oh, because I kind of forgot. And Laura wouldn't look at me for the first like half an hour because she said I look really scary and angry all the time. So yeah, there you go. So everyone at work's been having a laugh when I've done the reveal. So yeah, this is me, guys. It's like the woman in Friends that Ross is dating, and Rachel convinces her to shave her head. So there we go. So, but apparently I suit a bald head. So that's good news, I guess.
Yeah, you look like a very sexy egg.
Thanks, mate. Thanks. Yeah, so that's all good. People have been avoiding me in the street. I don't know if that's a new thing. Maybe it's always happened, but I seem to be correlating it with the old noggin chop. So yeah, who knows? Who knows really?
I just
all
find
right.
it quite funny that you didn't realise until halfway through.
Yeah, it was literally like I was like, like sort of looking in the mirror, like la 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 la, and then I sort of looked and was like, that looks really short, and then I just looked at the clipper and was like, I forgot to put a clipper on. Wicked. Because the last time I used it was to do my clean line, so I took the clipper off to do it on my beard. But yeah, so yeah, shave my head. Thank you, Matt. Matt said, love it. I assume you're talking about my hair, but I'll take it. Thanks very much. But the good thing is, I can look instantly scary.
Yeah.
Pretty good, right? It's pretty good. I never think I used to look that intimidating, but now it's just that simple, just like a switch, you know. So yeah, and that's about work, you know. Like everyone's working. Well, sorry, within reason. Because some people are furloughed still, some people lost their job. I'm very sorry, but yeah, I'm at work. The exciting thing is, I'm actually going on a business trip next week. Woohoo! So that's pretty crazy. Never thought I'd say that. I'm not going anywhere interesting before anyone else. I'm going to Medway, which is in Kent. So don't get excited. I'm not going international just yet. So I'm going to go look around a big, massive warehouse. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Well,
That's
all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Something different.
a lot of people aren't leaving their houses or their streets or their towns or whatever, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun. And I'm also
about Kent.
I'm taking the work car, and we just got an Audi A3. So, and I'm the first person who's going to have it. So that'll be fun. Do a few donuts in the car park. Drive into the Sainsbury's car park in Northampton. Just rev my engine. If someone wants to race me, that's what they do. I've seen when I've been eating a sandwich on my own in the car park. I've seen that's what they do. Yeah, like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, and I just yeah, no, I just watch. Anyway, enough about me. Josh, what have you been up to?
I don't know if I can follow that, mate. Jesus. Yeah, pretty much the same as everybody else. Working and exercising, being outside, that sort of stuff. Yeah, it was funny after the gig last week, wasn't it? It was such a strange situation to be in because it's been so long since we were last like in a room with other people, or at a gig, and we've not presented a live thing before in that format, so that was a bit scary. But I think we did okay. I hope we get the chance to do something like that again. I feel like I learned some stuff, and it's like most things that stuff that you haven't done before. You get a bit anxious maybe, or you don't know what it's going to be like. You don't know if you're going to mess up or you're going to forget to talk and whatever. And then as soon as you do it, you realise it's fine. So it would be nice to be able to do it again without as much anxiety. I
thought it was great. So yeah, I'm not worried. Yeah, I wasn't worried.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about.
I was shitting myself.
I was just talking about my experience.
Sorry, just two things. Can we just share Sam P. Gibson's comment that's just come in about my haircut? The haircut of a fella that's about to do a 10 stretch for washing line theft. Marvellous. And also, I can see my friend Charlotte Illage is watching. Charlotte, if you missed the start, I shaved my head as a 0. So there you go, mate. You can have a laugh at that if you didn't do that already. So there we go. What else is going on in Josh world aside from realising that you could be a CBBC presenter now? You've got the qualifications after our show. You could be the new news. You could be the new newsround presenter. You could be the new Lee Zone with Zimba.
I don't know. What's their opinion on swearing on children's television?
I don't think it goes down well.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe you could say tit, because you could say, "Oh, look at that blue tit." It's a bird. You could just leave the blue part out there.
Yeah. Other than that, not a great deal. Yeah, just the usual. Oh no, the Cult of NN stuff, the T-shirt that I'm always banging on about. That went on sale and then went off sale, and we've done the first run, so that's been nice. And thank you to people for their support. It's really lovely, and
Did you buy one?
I like it.
I didn't buy one, and only for the reason I don't like long sleeve T-shirts. So, but I'll get the next one. I think I I think I said that about the last one. I'll get the next one, Josh. I'll get the next. Whatever the next one you do is, I'll get it. Yeah,
I don't. I always. As much as I have to like promote it, obviously, because it's my thing and nobody else is going to promote it. I don't want people to feel like they have to buy it, because mates and stuff say like, well, I'll get the next one, or. But it's not like I'm thinking, oh, why hasn't he placed an order yet? Like, I don't expect anyone to buy anything.
You text me privately that exact thing.
I've bought one for you, and it's coming to you, mate.
You were like looking at your Facebook friends, going, "I've got 1,000 Facebook friends. If they all buy one, I'm fine."
Yeah.
Why haven't they all fucking bought one? Yeah, well, I bought one because I need something to do the decorating in. So
yeah, he needed something to clean the
Burn.
dust. Whoa. No, really, it's well sick. I do like this one. It is nice.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, well, it was with local artist Bill Pollard, who's brilliant. So that was it was nice to be able to work with him on something, because he's a really artistic, creative guy, and I like most of the stuff that he does. But I'm not artistic in the same way, so it was nice to be able to collaborate on something together. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, but that's been pretty much it. Working and doing that and doing this is taking up a lot of time, which is very welcome at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. What's everyone drinking?
I'll go first. I'm drinking red wine.
Ooh.
Campo Viejo, I believe it's pronounced. Rioja from
Roger. Yeah, I like Roger. It's good.
Tempranillo somewhere, wherever that is today. But it's nice. It's red and it gets me drunk. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
It makes my ears hot. Brilliant.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's nice. I've avoided drinking red wine whilst we're doing these streams because I don't want to get Ribena mouth. But fuck it, I don't care.
Do you are you one of the people?
We got spammed.
Sorry, sorry guys. Yeah, that just came through. So as I was like talking, that massive comment just came through, and I was like, what? I'm here to give my testimony. I was like, oh god, here we go.
Simplex virus. Claps in the chat for off you.
claps in the chat for Dr. EHI, who helped Ofri. Brilliant. Thanks Ofri. Thanks for your input. If anyone else has got any testimonies of herpes remedies, then please let us know. Thanks.
That seems like a pretty solid one, though. To be fair,
it does seem like a pretty. Solid one. I keep reading out of the corner of my eye. So, are you one of these people who, like, I don't care, and I don't care if I get crucified in the comments for it. Red wine, cold, I like it. I don't care. I'll drink it room temperature, how it should be, but I don't mind a cold red wine. I don't know what the problem is.
No, room temperature is the preferred, but to be honest, it's a bit cold where I am, so the wine isn't optimum temperature, and I'm still enjoying it.
I'm not saying I always do that, but I have done it in the past and I've enjoyed it.
Well, cold stuff, it doesn't taste as strong. It dilutes some of the flavors.
Okay.
Which is what it was really weird when there was a spate of those breweries making like Foster's extra cold and Guinness extra cold. It's like, well, you just want me to not taste it.
Yeah.
But this is nice, hot or cold.
Hot, boiled.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I like it piping hot.
Yeah.
It's my preferred.
I mean, that's what happens when it's a reduction and you have it as a sauce. So
yeah, that is a fair point, there, mate. Fair point.
Yeah.
Someone's travelled.
Yes, I've drunk one glass of red wine and all of a sudden I'm a cultured swine.
Yeah, I'd use this in reductions. So, yeah. What are you drinking, Josh?
This goes really well with fish.
Okay, fish fingers.
Yeah, with Harry Ramsden's.
Yeah. Anything from Bernard Matthews, really.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a lovely. It's peppermint and licorice tea. I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm
talking of cultured swines.
I'm out of alcohol-free beer at the moment. But so I'm having a delicious T Pigs tea. So T Pigs, if you're listening, send us some tea.
Hell yeah! I applied for a job there and I never heard back. So fuck them.
Wankers.
Well, there goes the sponsorship.
That was in my tea days, though. I mean, I like tea still, but remember, I was like mad about it. I was like you are with coffee, Josh. That's how bad I was with tea. Yeah.
What are you drinking, Andy?
I am drinking
A raspberry sour.
grapefruit sour, a G-Sharp signature brew. Shout out to my friend Charlie who hooked me up. He works for him. He does the music. The signature brew have a venue at the brewery in Tottenham. It's where I went for my birthday when we could sit outside and we 6 of us were able to be socially distant and have a drink. Anyway, yeah, so signature brew. My friend Charlie worked for him. He hooked me up with a crate because I got some New Era hats that he was after. So yeah, sick. Thank you, Charlie.
Nick, you got any opinions on that?
Yeah. I'm in Andy's top 5, and I've still not got anything free out of him for working at New Era yet.
Well, maybe someone's got you some McLaren hats. Maybe.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe you should keep quiet for a minute.
My real friend Meg has got me some nice New York Giants swag.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you come good with your McLaren hats, I'll
Okay, Josh, have I got anything?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got a lovely,
cool, yeah.
lovely hat.
Yeah,
it's really nice. It's a really great hat. Great for running. It's really lightweight. It's got mesh in it and stuff, so it's not too hot. And then it wicks the sweat as well. It folds away as well into like a little thing. Yeah, brilliant.
It's probably the best hat you've ever got, isn't it, Josh? Because of the love
Definitely.
that came with it.
It's the sentiment. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, G-Sharp signature brew. Very nice. Really enjoying it. Hi, Paul Hanna. Paul's here. Paul Hanna's here. If anyone remembers Paul from our Christmas special, he was spectacular. That's all I'll say.
He was.
And you can watch it again, our Lampade Christmas special. Paul was more than a guest. He became an integral part of the show, and we want it to happen again someday. So.
He didn't want to be an integral part.
Yeah, we kind of held him.
Trying to
We
leave.
kind of held him to ransom.
But it was a wonderful time had by all.
Indeed, absolutely.
Let us know what you're drinking while you're watching as well in the chat.
Yeah, please. Before we do our guests, I thought we could have a bit of fun and do a bit of a hot button topic.
I don't like to.
What do you guys think about the Piers Morgan walking off the set? Oh god, of Good Morning Britain and what all that led to. What do you think of that? Is it funny?
It's quite funny.
The whole Oprah situation with Meghan and Hazza.
I don't want to get too into it personally, but I do think that Piers Morgan is a complete twat. So that's good.
Yeah, it was
and
cool.
also we did such a good job at the lab last week that the 3 of us could probably replace him.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I really enjoyed the fact that the man loves calling people snowflakes on Twitter, but then had to storm off the set because his colleagues said he was diabolical. I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Ironic.
I think I'm not particularly interested in the royal family. I think to me they are another family, another family that I don't know. So I've got no opinion of them really. But I think I'm debating. I'm live debating in my head whether to be diplomatic or not.
Go on. We're all friends.
No, I think. I'm not a fan of Piers Morgan's presenting style.
Yeah.
I don't watch his telly show, so he can do what he wants. I don't really care.
Me and Nick were privy to a conversation. I won't name the person who was in the conversation, but they'll know when I say this, where they were saying, we were talking about what, your morning news show is or what you watch. I'm a BBC breakfast kind of guy. I like Dan Walker. But I like what I know. But the person we were having the conversation with was like, I like Good Morning Britain and for Piers Morgan. And I was like, really? But they explained that since like coronavirus, he was holding politicians accountable and actually having a go at the people in charge of like, well, you don't know what you're doing. But that was really refreshing. And I thought, okay, yeah, that's interesting because as much as he does seem to lean one way, he was giving shit to everyone. So I thought, okay, yeah, fair enough. But then it then eventually leads to what we're in now. His comments decides to say.
Yeah, I think obviously the mental health issues that are being discussed about with this are obviously very serious and something that needs to be talked about a lot more than it is. Something that we talk about as well. I think maybe Piers Morgan's not the man for the job for that. But then I mean, he has got a platform, so maybe he's got responsibility. But I don't value his opinion, so. Even but it doesn't matter what he said to me. So hopefully they can get someone else. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch those news sorts of programs. So to me, it doesn't matter who's on there. But I suppose somebody's got to present those sorts of shows, and they are going to talk to whoever they've got as guests. But hopefully they can get somebody that can tackle serious and important decisions in a slightly more useful way than Piers Morgan has.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, going back to what you said, Andy, Piers Morgan was like he was good at shouting at a politician, but he never got an answer from them. It was very shareable little clips of him shouting at politicians, which is all well and good, but a more reasoned approach from a television presenter might have got an actual answer from them. So even the good bits of the very small amount of good bits that Piers Morgan didn't really actually do anything apart from make it very funny, shareable content when he was shouting at Matt Hancock.
Yeah. And we was like, will you take a pay rise? Well, I'm not sure I'd like, hey, will you take a pay rise? Well, I think what's important, it wasn't fun to watch that. I think it was about 6 times, and eventually he's like, well, I'm just going to stop asking you because you're not going to answer.
Yeah, that's politicians and Piers Morgan for you, though.
Yeah, indeed. Well, good riddance, Piers. That's all we've got to say.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Let's no, we've got the serious chat out of the way. Well, the boring chat out of the way. Let's speak to this week's guests. Some of you who watched the live stream a week or so ago will have heard us talking to one of the guests, asking her questions for help, as we didn't know what we were talking about. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, from the lab at Northampton, it's Hannah and Gemma.
Hey. Claps in the chat, please. Claps in the chat.
Hello.
Hello,
You all right?
How are you?
Very well. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Hang in.
I mean, we'd be better if we were at the lab doing another live gig thing.
Oh, guys, you were amazing. It was so good.
Go on.
Yeah, please continue.
Please come back.
Especially you, Nick.
What? Come on.
It was the worst one. What are we talking about?
No, it's fantastic. Thank you so much for coming and being a part of it. It was really awesome.
It was our pleasure. Yeah, it really was. It was nice to be asked and involved, and it was a really fun day and night. And you guys and the crew and everything there worked for like 30 hours that day. So yeah, impressive, really impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, not to take anything away, but I was like shocked at the level of professionalism that was there. Not that I was doubting it, but to the point where I then was like, oh shit, I haven't really taken this very seriously, and just done like, show up and see what my family, kind of thing. So I was immediately like, oh, I probably should have done some research.
Yeah.
It all worked out.
To be honest, no one's used to working like that, are they? It's because of COVID. It had to be super. You have to be super on it. I think if it was just a normal gig, it would have been a very different situation. But you got to be safe.
But it was amazing. Like when we walked in the room, like seeing all the screens and cameras everywhere, it's like, fucking hell, this is proper pro. So props to the NN1 Audio team and yourselves for putting it all together.
Yeah, lots of love for those guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, top team, smash.
Yeah. So you guys are fairly recently appointed managers. That's right, isn't it? When did that happen?
December.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Mid-December. Been there 3 months now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, from an outside perspective, and to somebody who's not involved with the lab at all, it seems like since that's happened, a lot of stuff has been happening, and the lab has been appearing on Facebook with events, and there's been a buzz about it. So I would argue that that's you two doing that work, making it happen. But I don't know. Maybe you can fill us in and tell us how this run of gigs has come about, and how and why you two guys have got this job there. Why is it needed? Because the place wasn't open in December, I guess.
Well, it's we basically it's not just because of us. There's a whole committee that's behind the lab, and they've, it's been committee around for years, and they've spent a lot of time and a lot of love's gone into it to sort of bring it back to the forefront and make it a good grassroots music venue in the town. But being as it's committee run, that's lots of people who have jobs, who have kids, who have other responsibilities, and with the amount of work that needed to go into it, they just had to hire some people to come in and just sort of take it to the next level really, and take on some of those bigger jobs that can't be done by a few individuals who are offering a little bit of their time. They needed people to come in full time and just
be on site,
crack on.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a problem that a lot of similar organisations have, is that it requires a lot of work to get these places up and running and having regular gigs. And although it is a music venue like other music venues, they have full-time people there, or a crew or a team or whatever of regulars. Whereas sort of it feels like, from my perspective, that the lab's having to maintain that standard, but with less resources available because of the nature of the business. So that's where you two come in into that equation.
And obviously we're putting on these streaming events through lockdown, just so that people can still have live music, as you all know. And that was something that was all sort of in the works before we started. That got handed to us when we took it on.
This has been great. It's a bit of a learning curve as well, because I've never worked with live stream before. So that professional setup you were talking about blew me away as well. I was like chucking wires into speakers last minute sort of thing. But it's been great. So we're all kind of learning as we're going throughout it, and meeting amazing people who are just really professional and really great to work with, which obviously alleviates us, and really, really proud to be a part of it. Really proud. So keeping that live music going throughout such a terrible time is something that I think a lot of people struggle with, and a lot of people are really happy to be involved in. So like you guys, it's great to sort of all connect and be part of the same. Oh God, one love. Do I dare say that? I've said it. I went there.
Trademark that. Quickly trademark that.
I haven't asked you guys what you're drinking yet. Can you tell us what you're drinking?
Sure,
Of course, yeah.
go first. You go first.
Earl Street Store's finest Heineken.
Because I'm the posh one, I'm on the beer Moretti.
Oh, we know who likes their imported beers out of the two of you.
Love it. Cheers.
Oh yeah. And can I just say, I think my eyes might be playing tricks on me. Is that some sort of small creature on the photo?
A small creature.
Is there a small creature I see there?
You can't call them small creatures.
Luna, the little tiny lab dog.
Oh,
She's having a dream at the minute as well.
she's dreaming.
Dreams. She's actually been really good right now, so I'm very surprised. Normally she's like parkouring off my head and eating everything. so we're really lucky.
Perfect. Well, don't move too much, guys. So for this next section, what we want you to do is jump up and down on the sofa. Do that right now? Oh wait. Oh wait, no, we don't.
This is the segment of the show we'd like to call Wake the Dog.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's a new segment, brand new this week. But yeah, so tell us. Tell us about. So, how did you guys? Were you approached? Was it a case of you were looking for the role, or how did it come about that it landed with you guys taking over as the management team of the lab?
Okay. Well, they were looking for a manager, and I had been living out of town for a while, I moved back from Sheffield at the start of the pandemic, so I wasn't working, and yeah, Lizzie from the committee got in touch and said that there might be an opportunity for a role here, and then it was suggested that Gemma and I, as we used to run the Pomfret together, maybe take on the role together. So we came in for an interview, and yeah, and then yeah, it's good. Just got
The rest is history.
Yeah.
So we were kind of thought of, but we came in and interviewed for the job.
And one thing I kind of noticed is, obviously, I feel like you put your touch on the venue, i.e. the room you're sitting in now is very cool, and yeah, it's nice that we all enjoyed hanging out. So was that one thing you wanted to do, was to put your mark on it, like your identity on it, or is it something they wanted?
Not really. I think
It's funny that you say put our mark on it, because actually when we took over, there's a lot of this space was storage. A lot of where you were on the night was just kind of storage space, or kind of, it wasn't really usable. So the idea was to create extra space within the venue, because we had these streams coming up, so that we could socially distance everyone, and then eventually when we're open, just have an extended venue and an extra space. And with, you know, limited budget and resources, we actually used a lot of what was already here. All we did was paint it, and then we found a lot of artwork, a lot of work that is from sort of local artists. Alex Langer's work is everywhere. Yeah, so we just took what was already here and just put it in place, really. Again, it's that thing where I don't think anyone really had the time to do it before, and we came in and sort of saw that was like a good opportunity. So yeah, I think.
We had obviously quite a lot of meetings with existing members, committee members, and people who worked here, people who've had a lot of interaction and history here. And so it wasn't like we came in and we were like, that's going to be this is going to be this. It was kind of suggested to us that's what people wanted. So the idea of having the green room and the playroom, it was kind of here already. We just tidied it up and made it more of a deliberate thing, rather than, you know, that's got all the history in it. This is the kind of playroom there.
Yeah.
You know? It was just like, well, let's make it more of a deliberate. That's that, and this is this.
Yeah.
So, and that's the gallery. It was all already here. It just needed that little extra bit of work. So again, like Hannah said, it was a lot of time. There wasn't specific people who were responsible for it. So
Group
now
effort.
there is. We didn't want to. That's essentially, we didn't want to come and put our mark on it. Really, it was because it's been so naturally grown throughout years. I mean, I've been coming here for, like, I don't want to say it, but nearly 20 years. Oh God, yeah, old. And it's, you know, it's been a really vital part of a lot of people in Northampton's history. So it wasn't a case of like we were coming in and making a mark. It was more just, let's just tidy it up and make it more of a celebration of what's going on here.
Give it the love.
Yeah.
And sort of try and like spread the word about it a bit more, you know, to get other people involved, you know, like yourself, you've not really been involved with the lab before. Now you've been in it, and you can like start doing things with other people. So it was just about that, really, just bringing it more into the forefront and making people more aware of what is actually here.
With first-hand experience, the place looks amazing.
Oh,
It's really cool.
Very cool.
I haven't seen it in various states over the years.
We all have.
Yeah.
I think it's at its best now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We just wanted to create a cool place to come to work, really.
That's it, yeah.
We love multicoloured things. Let's just paint the place like 3 million different colours. It'd be fine.
Could you tell us a little bit about the gigs that have happened already and what ones we've got left to go of this run of funded gigs?
Yeah, sure. Do you want me
Yeah,
to do? Shall I do? I
You
feel
do
really
your
aware
ones.
that we're talking over each other a lot. I'll do the first ones.
A little bit.
For these guys,
Yeah.
and then you can do that. Okay, cool. We're good. So we all of the streams are sort of allocated to promoters that were affiliated with the lab already. Obviously, apart from yourselves, but that was because someone couldn't. Obviously, with the situation with COVID and travelling, a person who had been allocated an event unfortunately couldn't put an event together. So that's why we called you guys in. But so there was already a list of people who were kind of allocated. Thank you. Sorry, that's really distracting.
Put the herpes comment back up, Nick. That'll be distracting to see this one.
Yeah, so we kicked off with a young lady called Jordan. She is 18, she's on the committee, and she brought along Ao, her partner, and they did a gig. They had a lovely girl called Autumn who played beautiful music, and they just, it was the first one. So I think for everybody, we were just sort of like getting to grips with how it was going to work. It was the first one that we did when we were here, I should say, because there were streams before. But that was really lovely. Like really young, really talented people. Like I think it's still all on Facebook, so you can go and watch all of these again. So they did the first one, and then we had Carl Phillips, the one and only. Carl Phillips put on a night with a lady called Molluska, who came up from Bristol. She was great. Called Carl out on being a bit awful, which I thought was brilliant. And then it was Flo and Hustle, who were just outstanding. They were great. They were like funk, rock, Rage Against the Machine, just like amazing. Like the energy was electric. It was really good. And then we obviously had you guys come, and we had a lovely Freen and Pieces. It was so that's kind of what we've done so far. I think they're still all available. You can scroll back on our Facebook page and watch any of them back if you want to. And then we've got one coming up on Saturday, which actually was completely inspired by you guys and your chat show setup and your Top Gear banter.
Yeah, thank you.
We're famous for it. Famous for our Top Gear banter.
I'll let Gemma explain to you what's going on with the next stream, because she's been more involved in the upcoming stream.
The next few streams are kind of my streams, I guess, if we're going to say that. So the next one, taken on from you guys, they were very inspired, and they wanted to create a game show type stream called Bantam Decks, Saturday night takeaway. So the idea is they have lots of bands, and there's going to be some DJs playing. It kind of obviously started like that and has flown organically, and they have taken that flag and they've ran out of Northamptonshire with it. There's lots to expect, interactive games,
spangly waistcoats,
smoke machines, literally 90s curtains, and probably lots of tequila. I'm not sure if that's
in
allowed.
moderation.
And obviously they've got acts playing as well. So we've got Project Noise from Milton Keynes. They're a really good band. They've got beatboxers and it's a full band. We've got local guys. We've got Section 6 and Pastel Party. I always can't say that. Pastel Party. And then we have an MC called Top Cat. So it's going to be quite, cool, vibing. Funky. So that's the next one. So hopefully that's going to be a pretty lively one. And then following that, we have HarQ with a full band playing, who's another local musician, which you will have heard of. I'm assuming you've not, go check them out. They're amazing. And then he's playing with Shaky Jake and Leo from Lay It Down. So it's another kind of like hip hop kind of rap one. Bit of drum and bass. Yeah. I might say that we've also had lots of interest in people wanting to hire the venues from this to promote their own live streams, which is great. So we've got Danny Leslie with the Danny Leslie, go and check them out.
All of these events, sorry, it's like we're on the spot trying to remember everything. All of these events are on Facebook, so if you go to our Facebook page, they're all in our events. All quite like drum and bass, sort of hip hop, funk, sort of heavy. All very much
we've got
like
reggae one coming up as well. So that's in April, so that'll take us through. And then hopefully we'll have loads more. Maybe you guys can come back.
I think we would definitely be up for it. I think we sort of resoundingly said that it was really fun, and awesome. think we were like, yes. When they even mentioned it, it was like, well, we'll see if we'll do it. You know, sold ourselves like. But can you guys explain about the kind of arts funding that the venue secured for you to do this, and how you went about it, and why everyone isn't doing it, and how many people you beat to get it? You know, give us a clue.
I actually can't really. Fantastic, isn't it? These streams have been funded by the Arts Council. As we said before, there is a committee here. We've been here 3 months. A lot of that has been sort of work in the venue and working on these streams. We have, a great committee. We've got the chair, Kirsty, who I know is watching. Sam, who's the vice chair, who's actually acting chair at the moment, as Kirsty's having a baby, and Shelley, the treasurer. And they have put a lot of work into the funding applications and getting the grants and getting, all the Arts Council funding and the Cultural Recovery Fund. But it's all stuff that I don't know enough about it to sit here and tell you everything about it, because we have such dedicated committee members who have sort of put that stuff together for us. So sorry, I can't give you more information on it.
No, awesome.
We are really, I think this has been one of the reasons why we are so lucky as a venue, because we have had that funding that we can and have been able to continue through lockdown, where a lot of people just haven't had that luck, haven't had that support. So because we are the establishment that we are, we're on the right side of it. So we can only thank the people involved who
what we can do is if anyone wants any information on that sort of thing, we can contact the relevant people and get that put out in some. And we've got our new email addresses, so we can give you those. And anyone wants to ask any questions, we can pass it to the relevant people.
Well, claps in the chat for the committee and Kirsty. That's what I've got to say. Yeah. Bravo.
Definitely.
One thing that I wanted to ask you is that I know it's like I don't know the organisation, how it works with the Labour Club, that it's a members thing and you pay to be a member, and can you explain that to me, please?
Yeah, so it's a members club.
And you have to pay.
So I think in the past there's not been a very formal application process, which is something that we're currently working on. We're working with a guy called Josh developing the website. Once that's up and running, which will be in the next sort of 2 weeks, there is a membership page, so people will be able to apply. Membership's £5 for the year, so a beer, and it just gets you access to the venue, various offers and things, which are all in the working. But at the minute, if anyone did want to inquire about becoming a member, it's just info@thelab Northampton. Just send us an informal email and we'll get back in touch and have a chat and do it case by case. But yeah, like I say, website in the works. Once that's up and running, there will be a proper process on there which will explain it.
Do you need to be a member to go to the lab?
When we're back open, it is a members club. So we're just trying to recruit for them. Get as many.
Is that even for like regular shows, like just straight up?
Yeah. So it's a members club. So you could come with 2 guests. So if you were coming from out of town and you wanted to go to a gig and you had a friend who was a member, you could go with them. So basically, you need to be a member to come regularly. But if you just wanted to come to a show, you just need to come with a friend who already had a membership.
But £5 a year, I mean, that's absolutely nothing. Yeah,
very, very much so. Yeah, very much so.
I think it's maybe about time to have some music. We've got a track from Liam from the Comms, isn't it? That's right, isn't it, Nick?
That's right. Track. Yeah. So let's hope this works.
On one of the comms, and this is on podcast.
Come back.
There it is.
That was really good, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you, Liam, from the comms. And I mentioned it to the guys earlier when we were testing. Love the lampshade, Union Jack lampshade. Love that.
Very mod.
Perfectly, yeah, very mod, nice one. But yeah, awesome. So if you want to check out the comms from Northampton, their Instagram is @thecomms_band.
You professional.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know.
I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, I actually. But yeah, the comms. Band.
Oh.
I love it was so random, like the comms. Rabbit. But anyway, it's
They're a band that I've known about them for a little bit, but I can't remember now if they were around before this last year. If they, I think they were, but I never got to see them play live or anything. So yeah, that would be good. That's funny in that because like, have bands been forming this last year?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I hadn't thought about it. I think me and Nick have formed several bands for the lockdown. I'm also not sure if Nick is still there. The scary thing is, he runs this whole thing, so fingers crossed, he's still with us. Nick, if you're with us, do absolutely nothing. Brilliant.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone.
His Riojas,
He's
the rest
gone.
of him.
He's gone. Well, we'll see. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, you're going to need to squeeze together now.
So I don't know. So we do 2 meters from top to bottom.
There we go.
So where
Oh, that's
did
perfect.
I mean,
Should we?
I'm really
Should we do
far
some?
away.
Do you want to do some the regular questions, Andy?
Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, you guys, this is a question for a pair of you. A regular question that we have on the show. Who is the most famous person you've seen in Northampton? Now, I will be honest, the cheesier the better. So your Dean Gaffneys, your Sid Owens, Bianca. I'm just naming EastEnders people. So anyone like that, who have you got?
funny you should say that. Mine is Martin Kemp of Spandau Ballet and EastEnders.
Where did you see him?
I saw him at the Roadmender. I was there with my friend Nick, who was warming up for him, doing an 80s night, which was hilarious. And I saw him in the back corridors as he was about to go on stage. And we had a little wave, and he was wearing white trousers, and he was the most moisturised man I've ever seen in my life.
I wouldn't expect anything different from Martin, I must say.
Yeah, it was great. But, I mean, Gemma's is good as well. I'll let her sort of...
Let's have it, Gemma.
There we go.
Hey. Mine, it's a little bit of a wild card because it was in Kettering, because I'm a Kettering girl, if that counts. But it was Warrior from the Gladiators.
Oh, yes!
Right? So,
We have a gladiator affinity on the show, so yeah.
right, so I was at the Kettering Leisure Village, which I was a very frequent visitor of, and it was outside the Quasar Laser, and I got his autograph, and he was cool. But on the same day, I met Chris Akabusi, all right, and Sally Gunnell, who was also there, but she was quite moody. But I managed to get her autograph, so just charmed her. And then, but Linford Christie was in the building, but he was just being dry and didn't want to see any fans, so we booed him.
Any fans?
Yeah, he was too busy playing tennis. Like, shut Linford. Run to your fans.
So hold on one second. You basically saw all these 90 sports stars in essentially one location.
In one location.
A leisure centre.
At the KLB, look it up. I also, funnily enough, went to see Anton Deck there. I mean, I feel like I'm showing off a bit now, but,
What were they,
but
what were
no
they
one's
doing?
proud of that.
What were they doing there?
They were singing. It was that lame. I went to watch them sing.
Ransom Deck.
I've just said that on live TV.
Oh, God. My sister reminded me of one, which was she went to, I can't remember what the name of the nightclub was, but it's obviously gone now. It wasn't it might have been Visage, maybe. It might have been
In Kettering?
No, in Northampton.
Reflection.
It became Lava Ignite, but I believe it was called Visage originally. Anyone can remind me of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Fine
went
ending.
to They went to what was advertised as like a Peter Andre night, except they got there and it wasn't Peter Andre, it was a lookalike, and he had like
No. Was he
yeah,
better
they'd
than
like
Peter?
drawn. Yeah, exactly. They'd like drawn his abs on basically. But then the craziest thing was she then went a couple of months later to, EastEnders. There's a lot of EastEnders people in Northampton. But EastEnders, who's the guy that Sonia got engaged to? Jamie, he did an appearance at the nightclub. He didn't do anything. He just came out on stage and sat. He's back. There he is. Oh, we lost him, mate. Yeah, he basically did an appearance at the club, and he came on stage, and a girl rushed the stage, and she got tackled by a bouncer because she rushed Jamie from EastEnders. Yeah.
No, how
Do you realise that I didn't even, there wasn't even a pause, was there? Jamie.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Love him.
I'll be honest. I remember how he proposed to Sonia. They were playing Monopoly. She got a chance card, and she picked the chance card up, and underneath was a ring, and he was like, "What do you think?" It was like,
Oh, if my boyfriend's watching,
"That's how you got to propose." Yeah, yeah. Then it's crazy. He ended up, didn't he get engaged? Or wasn't he married to the girl from Hearsay, who was in Coronation Street?
Oh, dear.
yes,
Why can't I think of her name? Kim Marsh. She was engaged to like Kim Marsh.
Marsh.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's so weird, isn't it? I sound like the Love of Hans Instagram. Just going through.
I like it.
Damn. So Nick, are you okay? Oh,
He's turned into a cartoon. It's fine.
yeah. I think he's not doing too well. Yeah. So, well, thank you. I'll be honest, guys. Those are great famous people you've seen in Northampton. So thank you very much. The irony of seeing sports stars in the leisure centre, that's really got my head spinning. Like the one place you wouldn't expect to see them. Oh wait, there they are, and they're playing sport as well. Yeah.
Too busy playing sport to meet the fans, Mum.
Yeah, the fans. That's what no pictures, please. Yeah, no worries, mate. No one was asked. Right, really? So well, our next regular question is recommendations of what you guys have been checking out in lockdown, or just in general. So film and TV, or books, or music, or podcasts. What you want to recommend to the people out there?
Cool. I'm reading a really good book called Girl, Woman, Other. Everybody should read it. It's about women of colour. It's like lots of small stories that are all kind of thread together. But it's an amazing read. It's really nice, really like uplifting and just nice, really good stories, very real. So that's a good book, Girl, Woman, Other. And I've been watching Hannibal.
Oh, okay, nice.
Which is horrifying, but really good. But I can only watch one episode a week because it's just too much. But the story's great. It's filmed brilliantly, and it's a really good story. And then watching Parks and Recs to balance it out, just to kind of soothe the mind after the horror.
I have the same thing. My girlfriend, I make her watch a thriller, and then we have to watch 4 episodes of Friends before bed to level out.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, and I can't read, so I just listen to gangster rap in my car, pretending I'm 18, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, I've been listening to a lot of Lontaluke at the minute. That just seems to be on my radar, so check them out if you haven't already heard them. Really good French DJs. I can read. I just can't remember the name of the last one. It was by a guy called Blake something. I've got a terrible memory, but it was really good. It's about time traveling, and that was cool. But it doesn't help because I can't remember it. So pause. Sorry. Yeah, and I've been also watching Parks and Recs because I think everyone needs to watch Parks and Recs on the regs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. Be Leslie
Yeah.
Knight. Be Leslie.
Yeah, what's her? If she was a stripper, what would her name be?
Equality.
Equality. Very lines. Yeah. Equality. We need to shout out Matt Finney. It's his 18th birthday today. Happy birthday, Matt Finney. I'll be honest, looks a bit like a bot, so who knows? It looks a bit botty. Happy birthday, Matt, if you're a real person. Let us know.
Or a robot. Why not?
Or a robot. We don't care. Happy birthday to you. Josh, what you got for us this week?
I've been watching Family Guy actually, and I've not watched it for years, to be honest. And it jogged my memory. I think I just put something on. I had like half an hour before getting ready for the next day or whatever, just getting into bed. And I thought I'll put something on that I don't have to pay attention to. And I put it on, and it reminded me. It was a very specific memory. It was really weird. It reminded me of about 14, 13 years ago, something like that, when I was at my girlfriend's house, my girlfriend at the time, and I put the DVD on and I fell asleep, and it just went back to the title sequence, and the title sequence was playing over and over again, and it was one where it was only about 30 seconds worth of 30 seconds worth of clips, like loads of little clips from the show, and it must have been playing for hours because it's like burnt into my memory. But it was a really nice memory. It was really cool. So I've been rewatching that, that's really good. And I bought today, after listening to Off Menu podcast, James Acaster's special. It's called Cold Lasagna Hate Myself 1999. It's on sale, and I think he did another special as well. So if you buy it at the moment on Vimeo, it's like a tenner for two specials. So I haven't watched it yet, but I'll be watching it tonight. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm a big James Acaster fan. So yeah, he went to Northampton College, didn't he? He did music at Northampton College. Andy, what about you?
Well, I spent the week watching Your Honor, which is a new thing on Sky Atlantic, which is Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad fame plays a judge. His teenage son runs over another teenager by accident and flees the scene because he freaks out. And it's basically about this judge. Yeah, what are you laughing at for? Some horrible joke. Yeah, basically, yeah, I know. I was like, Jesus, like, it's not a comedy, just to put it out there. His son is involved in a hit and run and flees the scene. Then they discover that the kid he ran over is the son of a gangster in New Orleans, so they're trying to cover up him accidentally murdering or killing this other kid, and him the judge trying to keep the lie alive. So 10 episodes. So yes, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. That's fun. I'm also just finished Below Deck Mediterranean season 5, and I will no longer be watching any more Below Deck. My girlfriend got me addicted to it. I've watched all of 8 seasons of the main Below Deck. I've watched all 5 seasons of spin-off Below Deck, and that's it. I'm not doing any more. But it was wonderful. I must admit, I fell in love with Captain Sandy. She's brilliant. And the last season ends pretty wild with Chief Stew getting kicked off for having Valium on the boat illegally. So fun times. Yeah, really fun times. Below Deck. Yeah, so get involved with Below Deck if you want to. Yeah. Nick?
I don't know if this will fucking work. I've been all over the place.
You're here. We can hear you.
I was just trying to watch Gogglebox. I don't know who the fuck you lot are. What was the question?
Recommendations this week, mate.
Oh yeah, Piers Morgan's Good Morning Britain.
Yeah.
It's on ITV Hub.
No, thanks. I'm not taking part in this anymore. No, thank you. I'm not taking part in this anymore.
This is bullshit.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. Well, I've watched Parks and Rec as well. They've been stealing my answers because I've been watching that for weeks. It's probably in the top 5 best comedies ever made, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's so good. It gets better and better. Same as The American Office. Like, you watch the first 5 or 6 episodes, and you're like, it's all right, but come on. And then straight afterwards, it's just gets better and better all the way through. So Parks and Rec, I'll give you that. And second it or third it.
It's the same writing, isn't it?
What's that?
Yeah, so Greg Daniels.
Greg Daniels, yeah.
And Michael Schur, yeah. Who also did The Good Place as well, which is another good TV show. If you haven't seen that. What else have I done? So I've been banging on about this podcast. I think this will be the 4th time in a row I've brought it up. But it's called The Rewatchables, and it's literally just a bunch of journalists, basically, like a revolving door of journalists, watching films from the 90s and early 2000s, from when they were growing up, basically. But it's like every film you've ever heard of, like Top Gun, The Dark Knight, Sleeping with the Enemy, Pretty Woman, loads of Ghost, loads of great 90s and early 2000s movies. But they did one a little while ago on my favourite film, Swingers. So I listened to that the other day and I was like, right, I better watch Swingers again. So I'll recommend that to everyone. It's my favourite film of all time. It is just awesome. It's Jon Favreau, who is not famous for...
Iron Man's butler.
Yeah, he's not famous for acting, really. He's more famous for his directing. He did The Mandalorian, The Jungle Book,
Chef.
the live-action Jungle Book.
Iron Man 1 and 2, Chef.
Iron Man 1 and 2, yeah. So he's more famous for directing, but he wrote that screenplay and stars in it, and it's also got Vince Vaughn and Heather Graham. But it's just a really lovely movie about... It's a bit more of a... Yes, Lee Irons, Swingers is so fucking money, that's right. That's one of the phrases for the film. Yeah, so it's a bit of a bromance movie, really, and it's just a really funny film about the interaction between friends. There's a couple of them that are proper dickheads, but it's like you're kind of okay with it because the guy that's this big softy, they're trying to turn him into this like womanizing, hard, clever dude, like, and trying to resurrect his love life, basically. But they're going massively the wrong way about it, and then he finds love at the end his own way. So that's the moral of the story: is don't be a dickhead, be a nice bloke. And it's just a great film, really, really funny, but also really heartwarming as well.
Gemma has pointed out something which I was about to say as well, is that Jon Favreau was Monica's boyfriend in Friends, who was rich and then he became an MMA fighter, and like Pete,
that's right,
he was like Bill Gates essentially. Yeah, that's Jon Favreau as well.
Jon Favreau, yeah.
I just want to ask Paul Hanna, friend and amazing person on the show, who's your favourite character in Below Deck? He's commenting saying he loves Below Deck, so I want to know, Paul, who is your favourite character in Below Deck? And if it's not Captain Lee, why not? That's what I want to know. So we'll give Paul to answer. And funnily enough, I told my sister to watch it, and she was like, "Oh, Michelle, as in Paul's sister, told me to watch Below Deck." So it's going around our whole family now. There we go.
It's gone viral.
Kate is his favourite character. Yeah, I'll give you that, Paul. She's pretty good. Yeah. Captain Lee for me personally. Captain Lee, let's see. No one knows what we're talking about, but Below Deck, watch it. It's basically Real Housewives of Atlanta on a boat. That's the only way I can describe it.
I've watched
if you're into that, get involved with it, basically.
Nice.
Sorry, Nick, you got any more recommendations, mate?
No, I'm
Swingers it is.
good. Gogglebox and Piers Morgan's Good Morning Britain.
Piers Morgan's storm of Good Morning Britain. Jesus, I'm going to replay that one tonight, I think. No, thank you. I don't want to take part in this. Thank you. Unbelievable, really.
I haven't watched it, but
How
the
the turntables.
No spoilers for the Piers Morgan walk-off, guys. Sorry. Let's just say it's a good ending.
Should we vogue and that?
I think we should vogue. Yeah, I think we should vogue. So,
If my internet holds on long enough, I will. Yeah.
Yeah, if Nick's internet doesn't crash out. So, yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. If you can do us a favour, take a screenshot of us voguing, tag us at the NN Social, and share the pictures of us voguing with our wonderful guests. So you have to adopt a pose, guys, and people take pictures. So anything you want, zany, funny, serious, what do you want to do? So, yeah, Josh
Josh has
very
prepared
nice
a
jacket
shirt.
on. Yeah, he prepared. So yeah, okay. So if you want to adopt your Vogue poses,
If we could get the dog to pose too.
can the dog pose?
Good vibe, baby.
Is it
Wake up.
posable?
Are you awake
Perfect.
enough, doggy? There we go.
Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, we'll hold our Vogue poses. Okay, keep holding. Take your screenshots, guys. And in 3, 2, 1, unvogue. Perfect.
Nice one.
Josh has to walk off to take his jacket off.
Costume change. Is that the
There we
first
go.
costume change we've ever had?
I think it is.
Might be actually.
I think actually
Just
is.
happened to be by my side, and I thought, well, let's just take advantage of that.
Here's the second one. Here's the
Beautiful.
second one. There you go.
Oh, here we go.
And the first strip.
One of the suggestions for we put out a question on Instagram of suggestions for guests, and one of them was topless. So maybe we could do that one next week, chaps.
Yeah, I mean, we could do.
My internet crapped out. What did you say?
It wasn't important. Don't worry.
You have to be you have to be topless. Is
Yeah.
what's happening.
No one wants to see that.
I do. So guys, where can people go this weekend to watch the Labs show of Bantam Deck's Saturday night takeaway?
So we are streaming from Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. But if you head to our Facebook page, all of the information's in the event on our Facebook page.
And what time's it kick off? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, yeah, 8 till 11.
Perfect. So we will share that on our page, and we will put that in the description of this video.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, thanks very much for coming on, guys. We really love what you're doing at the Labour Club, and yeah, I can't wait to just go there on a night out to see a band.
Yeah,
Same.
we can't wait to have you. Well, thank you for having us on the show. It's been fun.
Yeah, loads. Thank you very much. It's yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks very much, everybody. Thank you for listening. You'll see us every Wednesday at 8 o'clock until we'll be at the Labour Club.
You have to wave.
Yeah.
You have to wave.
You got to
Keep
wave.
waving. Keep
Yeah,
waving.
we love you all. Goodbye.
Bye.